he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second down, Jacobs once more. He takes this for 3 to the 29. When you think about the strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play. To throw, it's Wentz. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first. Nick Chubb saw his role kind of diminish in the passing game last year. His receptions went down from 36 to just 16, but let's be fair about this. He missed some time with a knee injury, and he also had Kareem Hunt in the backfield, who absorbed a lot of catches along the way. He's more than capable of adding to their passing game.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A quick throw out wide, caught by Crowder. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On play action, Prescott. He'll buy some time right. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been
under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. Six 0 our score after 1. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that first down marker. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott rolling to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Panthers will get the football back. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A quick throw out wide to Mooney. And the ball is knocked out, and the Vikings pick up the football.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Chubb running right. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 40-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Prescott on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. The 40. 30, 20, 10, and he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery. Touchdown for the Panthers. The big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A first down throw for Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Sanders. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down, Prescott. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott. Sanders has the first down and much more. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play there for Minnesota. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Prescott into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he will bring this one back. It's a big 6 for the touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. This kick is no good. Misses the PAT, a mistake there, and this remains a 7-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Now it's Crowder. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Play action now, Prescott. Buying time to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Brian Anger now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. On the return, it's Rodgers. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. This is Smith with a grab. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On play action, it's Wentz. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz, and pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up fourth down. A final shot before half for Wentz. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll wind up giving this one all the way down inside the 20. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Each team making their final preparations for this second half. We're about ready too, as we'll send you back up to Charlotte and rejoin Brandon and Charles at Bank of America Stadium.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first and 10, here's Wentz. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Josh Jacobs, a guy that runs with a lot of power. Third in the NFL last year in yards after contact, and breaks off a nice run there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Here's Jacobs on first and 10. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Now Wentz. Complete. Smith has it. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. A run here for J.D. McKissick.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Wentz. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. McKissick. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. From way up at the 23. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. A give. This is Chubb. Runs over it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say,
looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And the Panthers are going to take over here up near the 40. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive in the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Wentz going to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. To throw is Wentz. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now Wentz to try again after the pick six. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
78 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Panthers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Nick Chubb His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And here's Rodgers to return. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Here's Wentz to throw. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Check 55, Mike. Hey, I'm coming. Mike, 55.
On 1st down, it's Jacobs, and he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Watch 18.
Throwing now is Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And again, it's Chubb. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Now Dak. And that's caught by Williams. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Prescott. And that's incomplete.
A little bit of a dangerous throw in a tie ball game because your job, make sure the worst thing that happens to your offense is that you go into overtime. That could have been a game changer there if he came down with that interception.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, Prescott. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. They run. Chubb. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 102 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. On the carry, it's Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good, and it'll be a fun time in the Twin Cities tonight. The Vikings win it. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big